Take a moment to acknowledge your breath. So you have a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart. So take a moment to acknowledge the breath, the rise and fall of the belly. See if you can slow down the breathing. Can you take an even longer inhale and longer exhale? When we practice, we want to create space in the spine today by using our breath and our movements. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. And listen to these words as you deepen your breath. What you focus on expands. So focus on what you want, not what you do not want. Deep breath in. Exhale. And take a brief moment to think about what is it that you want to invite into your life. What do you want? Visualize yourself having exactly what you want. Always look beyond what you can see. What does it look like to have the life that you want? Take a moment to set your intention for your practice. So find something that you are going to dedicate your practice to today. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Another deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. And take your time and gently just roll to your right hand side and find your fetal position. Knees into chest, chin into chest, and just pause there for a moment. Throughout your practice, give yourself time to close the eyes. I will remind you at different times to close the eyes, but use this practice as your active meditation. We are focusing on releasing the low back and opening up the hips. When you're ready, you're going to rise up to your tabletop. So that means you are placing your wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and you're gently inhaling, crown of head to ceiling, drop the belly nice and low. Exhale, navel to spine, so round out. Inhale, crown of head to ceiling, drop your belly, find that stretch in your belly. Exhale, navel to spine. And then gently begin to find extra movement, so transfer some weight into your left and right hip from side to side. And then maybe create some figure eights with the body, so transferring the weight over the wrist and back towards the heels. So there's no wrong way to move at this point. I just want you to move your body. See if you can find some space in the spine, in the hips. You can maybe shake the head, yes, no. See if you can close the eyes while you find this space. Start to notice what feels tight in your body. And then find your neutral spine, so no more movement. We're going to thread the needle on the right hand side first. So you're going to raise that right arm into the air. You're going to turn your chest up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Peel back the right shoulder and then thread that right arm underneath your left. So right shoulder comes all the way down, hips over your knees. Reach that left arm into the air. See if you can peel back that left shoulder or take your bind if you can, grabbing the inside of the right thigh. Holding it here. Releasing back to your tabletop, back to your cat-cows. Inhaling, crown of head to ceiling, finding that stretch in your belly. Exhaling, navel to spine. Another round, inhale, crown of head to ceiling. Tuck it in, navel to spine. Switching, same thing, other side. Left arm goes into the air, peel back that left shoulder, open the heart space. Thread that left shoulder underneath. So left shoulder comes down, right arm goes into the air. You're peeling back that right shoulder, hips are over your knees. Reach behind, maybe you're taking your bind, maybe you're just leaving the arm into the air. Good, release back to your cat-cows. Inhaling, crown of head to ceiling, find that stretch in your belly. Exhale, navel to spine. Gently sit back onto your heels. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always sit all the way down to your bottom. We're going to take some side stretch. So you're going to reach that right arm into the air. With your left hand, you're going to walk it out as far as you can. You're going to find a side stretch on that right hand side. You want to focus on turning the chest up towards the ceiling. Release, switch, other side. Keeping in mind, the further you have your hand away from you, the deeper you go. Turn your chest up towards the ceiling. And switch. One more. Each side. Right arm into the air. Peel. Open that heart space. Find that space on that right hand side. And switch. Left arm into the air. Good. Release back to center. You're just going to sit down onto your bum if you're not already there. So you're going to have your legs extended out in front of you. You're going to have your hands placed behind you, fingertips facing your seat if you can. You're going to place your right ankle on top of the left knee. Right ankle on top of left knee. So it looks like this. Right ankle on top of left knee. Your hands are behind you. From here, you're going to lift the chest nice and proud, and you're just going to actively press that right knee down. So a gentle stretch in that right hip. So, turning it around, you're just gently dropping that right knee. You're finding a stretch in the right hip. Your chest is nice and proud. You're leaning back a little bit. Release. We're going to do the other side, same way. So now pick up that left ankle. Place it on top of your right knee. Your hands are still behind you. Lift your chest nice and proud. Drop that left knee down. So it's just a little gentle hip opener. Release to seated pose. So that means legs crossed. Seated pose. You're going to place your right hand on top of your left knee. Left hand goes behind you. Lift that chest up. And peel back. Look over the left shoulder the best you can. And release. Same thing, other side. So left hand goes on top of the right knee. Right hand goes behind you. Lift the chest up and over. Peel back that right shoulder. Good. From here, you're going to release. Go back to all fours. Back to your tabletop. Back to your cat-cows. Inhale, crown of head to ceiling. Find that stretch in your belly. Exhale, navel to spine. One more round. Inhale, crown of head to ceiling. Tuck, navel to spine. When you're ready, you're going to press it back to your first down dog. So plant those toes. Send your hips back. Send that seat back. You're trying to find that V shape. So lift the sits bones nice and high. Take a moment, pedal the feet a little bit. You're rocking around, rock your hips, bend the knees, find some movement. And then walk your feet all the way to your hands for a forward fold. So you're just folded over. Make sure you bend the knees a little bit. So you're in a forward fold. You're going to hang the head nice and heavy. When your hamstrings are super, super tight, they often pull on your low back. So you want to make a point of bending the knees and surrendering into this. Sometimes when the hamstrings are too tight, you lock out your knees because you're trying to run away from it. Do your best not to do that. Bend the knees, go towards it, bring your forehead as close to your legs as you can. Just hang nice and heavy. Give yourself a moment to find a gentle shoulder opener. So clasp the hands behind your back, shoulders away from your ears, and then drop the head again. Rock from side to side. Then release the hands back down. We're going to take a nice stretch for our piriformis. So you want to look down at your feet. You want to identify where are your heels and where are the arches of your feet. So the inside of your feet. You're going to turn your right heel in the arch of your left foot. Right heel, arch of left foot. Walk your hands all the way over to the right as far as you can. If you cannot touch the mat, you can grab a block and place it behind you. You are trying to keep your chest as close to the right leg as you can. Tuck your chin in. You should feel the stretch happening down the back side of your left leg. Hold it here. Good, release. Do the same thing on the other side. So now your left heel goes into the arch of your right foot, and you're walking your hands all the way over to the left as far as you can. Walk it right back to center. So keep the head hanging nice and heavy. Bend the knees. You're going to grab opposite elbows and just hang and sway. You're loosening everything up. Release the hands down. As slowly as you can, you're going to roll all the way up to standing. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under first. And then you're going to roll the shoulders down the back. And then you're going to bring your hands to heart center. You're going to walk to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Spread those toes nice and wide. Your hands are at your heart center. You're going to close the eyes now. You're going to draw your awareness right back to that third eye. And let's take a moment here to dedicate our sun salutations to someone we love. So take a moment to think of someone that you love, that you wish to send some good energy to. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And let's begin our sun salutations. So you're going to inhale, reach those arms overhead. You're going to keep your core nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes, push the hips forward, arch back just a little bit to find some space. Exhale to your forward fold. So head is nice and heavy. You're inhaling halfway. Find a flat back. So you can have your hands at your shins if you need. Exhale. You're going to lower yourself down to your high plank. So you want to keep your elbows close towards your rib cage as you lower down. Your inhale is your upward facing dog. Pause here. Make sure your thighs are off the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Give yourself a moment to rock from side to side. And then flip the toes, engage your core, press it back, take your down dog, heels down. Take a deep breath in and let it go. On an inhale, you're going to step or jump forward. Inhaling halfway, find that flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way back up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Keep moving. Inhale, open up. Exhale is your forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, lower down, high plank or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs are off the mat. Exhale, press it back, down dog, heels down. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way back up. Exhale, hands at heart center. If you want to challenge yourself, close your eyes. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower down. Inhale is your upward facing dog. Exhale is your down
down dog, heels down. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Keep going, we have 2 more rounds. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands at heart center. We're going to do 1 more round. Go at your own pace. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. From here, lower just to your child's pose. So open the knees nice and wide. Big toes are touching. You're going to extend the arms all the way out in front of you. Drop your forehead down. Rock your hips and your forehead from side to side. We have 5 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. Deep breath in. Let it go. Remind yourself of your intention. Deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Let it go. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale. From here, you're going to press it back. Take your down dog. So give yourself a moment if you need to move around still. So you want to be noticing every time you're in your down dog if your hamstrings feel a little looser. So give yourself 1 more moment to maybe bend the knees or rock. We're going to start on our left hand side. You're going to raise the left leg into the air, bend the knee, open up the hip. You're stepping it forward to a high lunge. So all toes are facing forward. You're going to reach the arms overhead. So super important, you're tucking the tailbone under. Your back leg is nice and long. Deep bend in your front knee. Your hip bones are facing forward. If you're not sure, bring your hands to your waist. If you feel unsteady, bring your hands to your waist. From here, we are opening up to our warrior 2. So now your back toes are facing forward. You want to roll the shoulders down your back, tuck the tailbone under. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Lengthen the left leg, find your triangle pose, extend that side body all the way out. Reach as far as you can, gently drop down. Right arm goes into the air, nice flat back. Maybe turn your gaze towards your right hand. From here, tighten that core, super, super tight. Lift back up right into your warrior 2. Gently, with control, transfer back to your high lunge. Pause here. Nice and slowly lower the back knee and foot down. You're going to find your way right into your lizard pose. So that means both hands are inside the left foot. Okay, both hands inside the left foot. Your back leg is nice and long. Give yourself a moment to rock the hips from side to side. If you have a block, you can use it to rest your forearms on. If you don't have a block, you can stay high on your hands, or if you feel super tight. You also can lower all the way down to the mat if that feels right for you. But you want to give yourself a moment to really just rock. A lot of us are doing a lot of sitting lately. So if you feel tighter than you normally do, it's okay. Just rock the hips. Breathe into it. From here, you're going to raise up onto your back toes. So pick the back knee and foot up. You're walking it to your wide-legged forward fold. So walk it over to the right. You're in a wide-legged forward fold now. So you're turning your toes in to face your face. Your heels are turned out. So even if it feels awkward, still practice turning your toes and heels out. So from here, give yourself a moment. Place your hands on the mat or on a block if you can, and rock from side to side. So you want to find a little bit of space in the hips and the inside of your thighs. And then you want to practice hanging nice and heavy. So that means stop holding yourself up. Grab opposite elbows and hang the best you can. You can keep moving if it still feels tight, but eventually you're working on getting your forearms all the way down to the mat or resting them on a block. We have 3 more breaths here. Come back up onto those hands. We're doing the same sequence, right hand side. So you're walking all the way over, find your high lunge. So all toes are now facing behind you. Raise the chest nice and proud. You can bring your hands to your waist to stabilize you. You can reach the arms overhead, rolling the shoulders down the back. Find that deep bend front knee. Lengthen that back leg. Zip up your core. From here, you are opening up to find that warrior 2. So front knee is bent, keep it nice and low, roll the shoulders down the back, actively press that right knee out to the back. So if your knee is going in, you need to press the knee back and squeeze. Lengthen the right leg, sliding into that triangle pose, extend that side body as far as you can, and drop. Keep the core nice and tight. Imagine your spine, your back is between 2 walls. And you gotta zip it up and tuck it in and not touch the walls. Good, from here, engage. Come back to your warrior 2 with control. Nice and slowly back to that high lunge. Pause, get your balance. You can bring the hands to the waist, gently lower. Take that lizard pose, other side. Same thing you just did, other side. Both hands are now inside the right foot. You're gonna rock from side to side. Loosen up. Give yourself time, never rush it. Also give yourself a moment to always acknowledge if one side feels tighter than the other, learning that mind-body awareness. Come back up onto those back toes. You're going right back to your wide-legged forward fold. So walk it back over to the left. You were just here. You know what you're doing. Your toes are turned in, heels are turned out, hands are in front of you. Give yourself a moment. Rock from side to side. Then when you're ready, you grab those opposite elbows again and you try to just hang nice and heavy. The heavier you are in that front side body, you're going to lengthen your hamstrings, which you want to do. Last 2 breaths. From here, you're going to walk your hands all the way over to your left foot. You're going to step it back, flow through your vinyasa. Elbows in, nice and tight, upward facing dog on the inhale. Exhale to your down dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And lower to your child's pose. Big toes are touching, knees nice and wide, giving yourself a nice break. Arms extended out in front of you. Rock your hips, rock your forehead. Deep breath in and exhale. From here, you're going to press it back to your down dog when you're ready. So send your bum back, Send the heels down. Again, give yourself a moment, pedal the feet, bend the knees, gently rock side to side. And we're gonna roll it forward to our high plank. From here, working on a little bit of the core, we're going to lower to our forearm plank and hold just for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower all the way down to your belly, finding your cobra pose, or you can take upward facing dog, your choice. You're gonna keep the legs together, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Keep the core nice and tight to protect the low back. And lower back down to the belly. Plant the toes down. Use all your core strength. Rise back up to your high plank. Press it back to your down dog. Pause here. Deep breath in. And let it go. Rock those hips. Bend the knees. Deep breath in. And let it go. From here, we're going into Yogi squat, Milazzo. So step or jump forward. So from here, you're at the top of your mat. Your toes are out to the side, heels are down. So if this is challenging for you and you have a block, you have the option to sit on the block, depending on where your hips are at. If that is still too much, you do have the option to take frog pose instead if you wish. If you'd rather take frog pose, you open your knees as wide as you can, lower down to your forearms. You want your ankles in line with your knees, toes out to the side. So if you do not want to take Milazzo, if it feels too challenging, you can be here instead. When you're practicing Milazzo, you do not want to be in a squat position. You want to be low. You're opening up the hips, so elbows are inside the knees. You are pressing the knees back. I like to give myself a few moments to rock from side to side to loosen up. So if that feels good for you, do that. For those of you that want to practice a crow or a headstand, you may do that right now by placing your hands down. I'm going to stay in the hip openers, but if you have a more advanced practice, you can work on those things. We have 8 breaths, so take your time, use your core strength if you're going into your headstand or your crow. The rest of us will just stay here rocking. We have 4 more breaths. Good. From here, no matter where you're at, you're just going to roll onto your bum. Okay, so roll back. You're going to turn. You're going to do a wide-legged seated fold. So I'm facing this way because it feels better for my heels. So if you can turn to lengthen the lengthening side of your mat, do that. But you want to make sure that your pelvic area is tilted forward. So if you're like this, rounded out, you can place something underneath you. But a good way to help yourself is take your hands, place them behind your bum, lift your bum as much as you can, push the hips forward, and then do your best to walk the hands out. So you want your chest forward. So even if it's just a little bit, walk the hands out as much as you can. For those of you that can keep a nice flat back and keep going lower, go for it. Keep going lower. For the rest of us, we're going to stay right here. Really important, tilting that pelvic area forward. You're looking for that deep stretch in the inside of your thighs. So reach as far as you can while keeping that chest up. You'll see me move a lot in my own personal practice. It helps me find extra space. So if you're someone who likes to move, go for it. We have 3 more breaths. Good. For from here, walk those hands back in. We're gonna take butterfly, which is essentially Baddha Konasana seated. So you're bringing the soles of the feet back together, just like when you were laying on your back, but we're seated. So bring the soles of the feet to touch. You want your knees nice and wide. We're gonna take a moment here, and you're gonna lean all your body weight into the left side. So you wanna be on your thigh, not pressing your knee. So lean your body weight into the left side. At the same time, your right hand is inside the thigh. Actively just press there. You're pressing down. So you're looking to find that space in your hips. So you're leaning to one side, using that body weight, using the right hand to press on the inside of the right thigh for 3, 2, 1. Do the same thing other side. So lean into the right side. Use that left hand inside of the thigh and press down. You're looking to find that stretch in those hips. So see if you can find that. Good, release. Bring those knees together. You're just gonna roll onto your back from here. So you're on your back. If you can't see me and you need to, you might need to adjust your screen down a little bit. So you can see me while you're laying down. We'll be on the floor for a little bit. From here, we're gonna go into our bridge pose. So you wanna place your heels close to your bum. You're going to lift your hips as high as you can. You have to squeeze your bum. We're holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down to your bum, and you're just gonna rock your knees from side to side. So windshield wiper that from side to side. We're doing that 2 more times. So super important, when you come up, you are squeezing your bum as much as you can. Let's go for our second one. Lift the hips nice and high. Squeeze your bum for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that bum down and rock. Side to side. Let it go. Last one. Lift those hips. Maybe roll onto those shoulders a little higher. And let's squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that bum down. Rock from side to side. Draw your knees into your chest. You're going to squeeze really tight. Rock yourself up to seated. You're extending those legs all the way out in front of you. Lift those sits bones. Nice proud chest. You're going to reach for your toes and just hold it here. If you have super tight quads, you can always grab a strap or that hand towel, place it around your feet, and pull your chest up from here. If you don't have that strap, it's okay. You can bend the knees, place the hands underneath the shins, and then slowly walk it out. Okay, so find a place that works for you. Ultimately, you're looking for a deep stretch in the back of your hamstrings, reaching for the toes. So find something that works for you. No judgment on where you're at today. Just feel the stretch in those hamstrings. Four more breaths. Good, you're gonna roll right back down onto your back again. From here, we're going into that bridge pose again, but this time our hands are at our low back. So if you're not sure how to do this, you can take a look at me real quick. But you're gonna lift your hips nice and high. You're gonna walk the toes in. I'm gonna place my hands at my low back. So my elbows are supporting me, and I'm holding it here. Okay, so my hands are at my low back supporting me. If that's too much and you have a block, you can place a block underneath you and rest there. Or if you don't want to do that at all, just keep holding. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower no matter where you're at. Take a moment, draw those knees into the chest, rock around from side to side. Place the feet back down. We're going to take pigeon pose lying on our back. So lift that right leg. Place that right ankle on top of your left knee. You're going to lift that left foot off the ground. Use your hands. You're going to hug in the legs. So if you're super flexible, you can grab both legs and hug it in this way. If you have really tight hips, you're just going to hug in the left thigh. So you have the option to just hug in the left thigh, leave the head down, or hug in both legs if you're a little bit more flexible or you want something deeper. And we're holding here for 4 breaths. Good, release, switch. We're doing the exact same thing, other side. So left ankle goes on top of that right knee, thigh area. You're hugging in, maybe the right thigh, or maybe you're doing both. Whatever you did on the other side, you could try to do it here. Good, extend those legs all the way down. Reach those arms overhead. Nice and slowly, you're gonna roll all the way back up to reaching the toes, really slowly. So engage the core, roll up, you're gonna reach for the toes. So same thing you just did, round out that spine this time and drop the head. So don't worry about having a flat back this time, just round it out and drop. Good, gently roll right back down onto your mat. If you have a strap, you can grab it. You're gonna place the strap on the ball of the right foot, left leg nice and long. If you don't have that strap or something to use, you're gonna place your hands behind the right thigh. Keep that right leg nice and long. You're gonna draw that right leg in. So you're drawing your right leg in, finding a stretch in the back of that right hamstring. And switch, same thing, other side. Left leg goes into the air. Grab the back of that left thigh, hamstring, pull it in, lengthen that left side. Good, release, bring both feet down. From here, if you have your block, you're gonna grab it. You're gonna place your block at your low back. If you do not have it, I'm gonna show you what to do. If you have a block, you're gonna lift your hips. You're placing the block at your low back. So you're right here, and you're gonna extend the legs up. So you're doing legs up against the wall, essentially. If you do not have a block, no big deal. You're just gonna lie there, tuck that tailbone under nice and tight, and extend the legs up. So one is a little bit more restorative when you use the block. If you don't have the block, then you're required to use a little bit more core strength because you're drawing the belly button down. Flex those toes towards your face. And release. Remove the block if you have it. Place it on the side. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Find your happy baby. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling. Knees outside the arms and elbows. You want to tuck that tailbone under and rock side to side. You can maybe bend the elbows. If you're working on going deeper here, then you would practice lengthening the right leg, bending the left knee end, and then alternating. So just kind of gauge where you're at. It's really, really important though, especially if you have any low back pain, to suck in the belly and tuck that tailbone under. So you're just gently rocking side to side. Good, take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go. And then draw the knees into the center of the chest. Let's take a twist. Knees to the left, gaze to the right. You want to work on bringing the knees all the way down, bringing the shoulders all the way down, so just taking a gentle twist. And switching other side, knees to the right, gaze to the left, same thing. Gently draw the knees right back to center. You're going to reach for the back of your heels, and you're going to pull your forehead into your knees so everything is rounding out like a ball as tight as you can, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs nice and long, arms overhead. Deep breath in, and let it go. And allow yourself to bring your arms down by your side, palms up, relax into your corpse pose. Find your Shavasana. So if you want to cover the eyes or the body, do so. If you want to turn the lights down, you may do that as well. Get yourself nice and settled here. So when you're in Shavasana corpse pose, you are working on finding stillness. I'm going to lead you through a little meditation. So all that's really important when you find your way to your Shavasana is to close the eyes and relax. Nothing left to do but rest the body. Place that left hand at your heart again, right hand low belly. So just like we started class, bring yourself right back to that space. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Let it go. Noticing the body becoming heavier. Trust that whatever you're lying on can take your weight. So let it go. Relax the muscles. Draw all your awareness to your toes and relax each toe one by one. Relax the soles of your feet. All the muscles in the bottom of your feet are relaxed. Relax the ankles and the calves. Soften the knees. The hips are heavy and relaxed. Softening the belly and the low back. The heart is soft. The shoulders are relaxed. The eyelids are heavy. The tongue is relaxed. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And the forehead is smooth. So let go of any tension in between the eyebrows. Soften. And just leave the body alone. And listen to these words. Take what you need. And if they're not meant for you, trust that they're meant for someone else listening right now. What you believe is all there is for you. So believe more. What you believe is all there is for you. So believe more.
Gently draw your awareness to your low back, just noticing your low back resting in this moment. And visualize the color red circling at your low back. That is the color of your root chakra. That energy center helps you feel grounded and safe and stable, physically and energetically. So imagine that red light circling at your low back. And allow that red light to gently circle until it expands all throughout your body. You are wrapped in a cocoon of red light, knowing that you're safe and grounded. And silently say to yourselves, I am safe. And just rest. Absorb all that grounded energy that you need today. What you believe is all there is for you. So believe more. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Keeping the eyes closed, gently begin to wiggle the toes, the fingers, and gently begin to rock your head from side to side. Take your time with the eyes closed and just find your fetal position and pause there on the right hand side. Knees into chest, chin into chest. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Thank yourself for showing up to your practice today. It is so important to take these moments to connect to your physical body and also your energetic body. It helps you find balance. So thank yourself for showing up. We go from corpse pose to fetal position to represent new life, rebirth. So when you're ready, with the eyes closed, gently rise to seated. You're going to place your left hand at your heart and your right hand on top of your left. And gently press into your chest. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Observing the breath. Silently say to yourself, I am powerful. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go. Holding this feeling of peace within you. I'm trusting that the universe brought you here in this moment with me and these people for a reason today. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you be whole. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.